You spent years being easy to love by being easy to use. The smile arrived first, the apology second, the need last. When tension rose, your body rushed to make the room smooth even when the cost was your breath. That automatic sprint is what I'm calling the good girl reflex. The old survival rule that says harmony at any price is safer than truth at any cost. Tonight we retire it without becoming hard. We choose grown woman calm, the steadiness that speaks once, protects energy, and lets respect replace relief. Calm begins in the body, because that is where the reflex lives. Right now, unclench your jaw. Lengthen your exhale until your shoulder blades settle back toward gravity. Feel your feet. Tell the younger you inside the chest, I see you. We're safe even if we don't fix this minute. That sentence is a threshold. It allows you to answer life as a participant, not a performer. Begin by noticing how the body anticipates debt. The throat closes, the shoulders rise, the heart rehearses explanations. Jung would say a complex has been activated, a living knot of memory, feeling, and reflex. The knot is loyal to childhood, where quiet bought safety and giving bought belonging. Naming it is the first untangling. Say softly, I feel the pull to rescue and I am safe. Feel your hand on your sternum until your back remembers it has a spine. Calm is not the absence of emotion. It is loyalty to reality. Now come the misreadings that keep you tired. You confuse urgency with care, apology with intimacy, exhaustion with love. You think explaining is connection and silence is verdict. The refit begins with 3 replacements. Explanation becomes clarity. One plain sentence, then air. Compliance becomes consent. If it isn't a yes without resentment, it's a no with respect. Urgency becomes pacing. Decisions are made on your timeline, not your adrenaline. This is not a performance of strength. It is a restoration of self-respect, a steady return to the center that survived. You will be told that boundaries are unkind, that saying no is closing your heart, that grown calm is cold. Refuse inherited definitions. A boundary is where love becomes possible, because responsibility is shared. A no can be devotion to what allows a truer yes later. Calm is not distance. It is the condition for discernment. In Jung's language, this is individuation, the move from a role to a self. The self does not disappear to keep others regulated. The self invites repair or releases what refuses to grow. If you need words right now, take these and keep them close. I want connection, and I won't work for access. I'm available for solutions, not for cycles. I care and I don't carry. Speak them once without heat, and let time show you who can meet them. Those who value control will push harder when you stop overfunctioning. Those who value connection will feel relieved by the clarity. Either way, reality becomes visible without you bleeding for proof. Between this moment and the one that tests you, prepare a simple ritual. Write a page titled, Agreements with Myself. Keep every line doable under pressure. I send one clear message and then live my day. I don't buy peace with hurried yeses. I protect sleep, meals, and the hour I promised myself. When guilt arrives dressed as love, I check facts, not fear. Ritual is how tenderness becomes structure. It is how an empath stops leaking and starts leading her own nervous system. Stay to the end. I will give you a cadence you can memorize, phrases you can whisper when your hands want to help before your heart is ready, and a way to measure consistency instead of collecting apologies. We will trade the good girl's sprint for the grown woman's pace, so the relationships that can breathe with you grow deeper, and the ones that require your self-disappearance grow quiet and go home. Keep your breath. Let urgency pass without volunteering peace. The good girl reflex didn't come from vanity, it came from strategy. Maybe you were the quiet child in a loud house, the mediator in a brittle marriage, the daughter who learned the weather of every room and became sunshine on command. Attention arrived as a prize for usefulness. Love felt conditional, so you made yourself conditional. Jung called this identification with a persona, the approved mask that wins proximity. Masks are not evil, they are early tools. But over time, the mask keeps breathing for you. It says yes when your body says no. It nods while your eyes blur. Grown calm begins when you feel the seam where mask meets skin and decide to unfasten it. Track the old bargains that still run your life. If I empathize first, I'll be chosen. If I fix it fast, I'll be safe. If I never ask, I won't be left. These are not truths. They're vows made by a younger self who misread scarcity as the price of love. Bring them into daylight and they lose their jurisdiction. Say aloud, that trade kept me safe. It no longer keeps me whole. The moment you honor the purpose the reflex once served, your nervous system stops fighting you for trying to change it. You are not betraying your past by choosing differently. You are delivering it. Clarity grows through contrasts you can feel. Space is mutual and declared. Stonewalling is unilateral and punitive. Help is invited and reciprocal. Caretaking is expected and invisible. Apology is specific and behavioral. Guilt is global and theatrical. The good girl reflex collapses these differences and throws your body into overdrive. The grown woman re-separates them and sets time around them. Time is your quiet superpower. Without time, you perform. With time, you perceive. That is why your first standard is temporal. No same-day decisions under pressure. No conversations while anyone is yelling. No schedule changes without mutual consent. Practice speaking as if your nervous system were listening, which it is. Use short sentences that the body can keep. Try, I'll think and reply tomorrow. Try, I want repair, not repetition. Try, I care and I won't carry both sides. The words are simple because the work is sophisticated. You are rewiring reflex into choice. When the other person is used to your speed, they will escalate pace to provoke the old sprint. Let that escalation reveal motive. People committed to connection slow down with you. People committed to control speed you up. When guilt appears, treat it like weather, not witness. Guilt is the echo of the old choreography saying move faster or you'll lose your place in the family dance. You won't. You are writing a different score. Replace guilt's urgency with a check of facts. What was asked? What did I agree to? What can I give without resentment? Facts are compassion for your nervous system. They turn fog into form, so choice can enter the room. Bring Jung's idea of individuation down to earth. This isn't arcane. It's Tuesday at 4 p.m., when a parent calls with a crisis and expects instant triage, or a partner goes quiet and expects you to cross the distance with paragraphs. Individuation in practice is the move from the child's bargain, I stay loved when I fix, to the adult's dignity, I stay loving while I choose. It keeps warmth, removes leakage, and builds a life that can carry you. You do not need permission to live at this pace. The permission slip is already signed by your breath returning. Because reflex changes through repetition, create a tiny progression you can repeat under stress. Notice, name, normalize, and choose. Notice the body cue, the heat in the face, the flutter in the chest. Name the pattern without blame. I feel the old sprint. Normalize the instinct, it kept me safe. Choose the standard I live by today. Methods matter because stress steals memory. You need a rhythm that the body can find when your mind is full. Think of it as upgrading from the good girl sprint to grown calm in 5 moves that fit in a single breath. Stop, test, invite, limit, and live. Stop ends the reflex. Put the phone down, stand up, and exhale for longer than you inhale. Test asks whether the moment is mutual or manipulative. Is this declared space or punitive silence? Invited help or automatic caretaking? Specific request or vague story? Tests are not accusations. They are clarity tools. Invite keeps the bridge open without carrying anyone across it. Say, I'm available to talk solutions at 7, or I can help on Saturday within 2 hours. The invitation contains time and task, so your nervous system does not pay in guesswork. Limit is your refusal to buy peace. Pick one arena, time, money, or access, and give it edges you can keep under pressure. Time edges look like I'll decide tomorrow, or I need a week before I commit. Money edges look like I have a cap and I won't go past it. Here are other resources. Access edges look like I'm ending this conversation for today. I'm open to repair when we're calm. Live is the quiet revolution. It means you continue your day while the offer stands. You keep your plans, eat your meal, take your walk, and sleep your hours. The grown woman does not suspend her life as collateral for someone else's regulation. She lives, so the other person can decide in reality, not in a laboratory she built and funded. Because your history trained you to over-explain, practice one-line clarity in ordinary hours, so it is available in charged ones. Write a dozen lines you can actually say and keep. I'll respond this evening. I won't discuss this by text. I can't talk while you're yelling. I'm calm enough for repair. Tell you, I care about this. I won't carry it alone. Deliver any single line once. Then return to breath and posture. If you repeat yourself, you start auditioning. If you argue tone, you start defending your existence. Intermittent warmth is the good girl kryptonite. After days of distance, a sweet message appears, and you want to drop every standard to feel relief. Do not punish warmth. Couple it to repair. Say, I'm glad to hear from you. Let's also agree on what happens next time. If warmth evaporates when repair is requested, you are looking at leverage, not intimacy. Leverage needs your confusion to work. Clarity dissolves it. Triangulation tries to lure you into side-door debates. Someone speaks about you to a third person, then waits for the echo to bring you back. Decline the triangle gently. I'm available to discuss this directly when you are. Then end the thread. You are teaching the system that proximity requires words, not committees. This feels strange at first because the old reflex measured love by how much you could carry. We are switching the metric to how much reality a connection can hold. That is what grown calm values. When guilt surges, use the 3-question ledger. What is being asked? What am I agreeing to? Can I give this without resentment? If any answer goes blank, pause. Resentment is honest data, that your yes is funded by self-abandonment. Let that data protect both of you. A grudging yes is a delayed fight. A clear no is an early kindness. Calm standards are love in a language your nervous system can keep and your future can trust. To stabilize this, anchor your week with a 5-minute review. On a page, record only behavior. Was space declared, and did we reconnect as agreed? Did warmth arrive with repair? Did action match apology? Did I keep my edges around time, money, and access? Patterns decide futures more than promises. Chemistry thrills. Consistency heals. When data and hope disagree, believe the data and adjust your offer accordingly. That is self-loyalty in practice. Let's bring this into the rooms that taught you the reflex. Family first. When a parent makes their urgency your obligation, resist the inherited choreography that says drop everything and erase yourself to prove devotion. Answer in grown calm even if your hands want to hurry. I want to help within what I can give. I'll call it 6, and we can make a plan that doesn't collapse me. If the response accuses you of selfishness, hear the subtext. The person misses the version of you that paid the price of admission in silence and sweat. You are not withholding love. You are refusing to subsidize the system that hurts both of you. With siblings, decline roles that were assigned rather than chosen. If you were the smoothener, silence will be used like a lever when you stop smoothing. You will be ignored until you explain yourself, then judged for explaining too much. Step out of the bait. One clear offer, then time. I'm here to talk when we both want a solution. The rest is noise, loud, persuasive, and irrelevant to your standard. Grown calm does not wrestle with every story. It returns to reality. Either we talk and repair, or we rest apart and live our day. In partnership, apply the same template with tenderness. Adults deserve space, and relationships deserve standards. Say if you need time, name it, and we'll reconnect at 8. Say I won't discuss this while we're raised. Let's pause and try again when we can listen. If your partner learns to trust your consistency, arguments shrink because the pathway back is clear. If they consistently retreat into punitive silence or demand instant forgiveness without repair, clarity, not drama, will make your decision obvious. With friends, protect your bandwidth from becoming a community utility. You are generous. That is a gift, not a business model. When someone repeatedly uses you to process, but refuses to practice, say, I care about you and I need our conversations to include next steps. If that boundary ends the friendship, it was a reliance, not a relationship. Let it end with dignity. Your grown calm is not a mirror of their chaos. It is a climate where living things can grow. Expect the culture to mislabel your pace. Fast is celebrated as strength. Slow is misread as indifference. Refuse the binary. Your slowness is not avoidance. It is metabolizing. Your no is not cruelty. It is stewardship. Your one message is not a power play. It is a nervous system accommodation. Words like selfish, cold, or dramatic will be thrown like paint to make you clean the wall. Put the bucket down. You are not cleaning the wall. You did not graffiti. When panic returns, as it will, install a brief reset that keeps you from outsourcing your safety. Step to the window. Name 5 quiet things you can see. Feel the ground under both feet. Loosen your jaw. Place a hand on your chest for 1 full breath, then 1 more that is longer. Whisper, I can care without carrying. You are not denying the other's pain. You are refusing to abandon your own body to manage it. Self-abandonment looks like love in the moment and resentment in the morning. The reset keeps faith with both of you by restoring clarity before contact. Finally, make peace with grief. The reflex came from a noble place, the child who built bridges to survive. You can honor her by letting the adult retire the bridge building when there is no shore on the other side. Grief comes as you stop hustling for the old badges, most understanding, most available, most forgiving. Let the badges fall. In their place you receive steadier gifts, 8 hours of sleep, a voice you do not abandon, and connections that keep their own shape without borrowing yours. That is not distance. That is the beginning of trust. From this ground, you will notice new invitations arriving, conversations that begin with clarity, requests that include timing, apologies that show up as behavior. Welcome them. Grown calm attracts adults. It does not chase and it does not punish. It simply chooses. The reset you are learning is not about becoming a different species. It is about returning to the one you were before survival dressed you in compliance. The good girl reflex believed safety lived in being agreeable, available, and endlessly adaptive. Grown woman calm learns that safety grows from alignment, breath matched to values, words matched to actions, care matched to capacity. Jung's term individuation can sound abstract until you hear it as permission to become internally consistent. That consistency is not rigidity, it is rhythm. It lets people know how to find you because you know how to find yourself. Make a simple covenant with yourself, something small enough to repeat and strong enough to hold. I do not audition for love. I protect sleep like medicine. I speak once and keep my plans. I do not negotiate while my body is in alarm. I answer guilt with facts. I ask for repair before reunion. Write yours by hand. Put it where your eyes land in the morning and at night. When panic surges, you don't need more motivation. You need fewer decisions. The covenant makes decisions in advance and lends you its backbone when memory wavers. As you live this, expect two surprising changes. First, tenderness becomes truer. When you stop rescuing, you can finally care without resentment. Care becomes clean because it is chosen, not extracted by debt or fear. People feel the difference. They relax into your presence because their nervous systems meet a person who is steady rather than a savior who is tired. Second, desire becomes more honest. You begin to like people for the relationships they build with you in reality, not for the potential you keep financing in your head. This new gravity reveals who belongs in your life without speeches. Consistency will look plain next to chemistry, but over months it will prove rarer. You will measure harvests instead of promises. How does this person handle time, conflict, and repair? Do they declare space and return? Do they ask for what they need directly? Do they keep their agreements with themselves and with you? You will ask the same questions of yourself because dignity is symmetrical. You cannot demand from others what you refuse to practice. Remember that growth is not a performance. Some days you will move like a monk, other days like a magnet for old patterns. Neither day defines you. Keep returning to the practices that make calm easier than chaos. Put your phone in a drawer for an hour. Drink water before you answer. Walk while you think. Sit down while you speak. Set the timer that ends conversations that go nowhere. These are not minor gestures. They are rescue boats for your nervous system. They prove to your body that you can stay with yourself when pressure rises. The world will keep rewarding the sprint. Flashy responses, instant availability, grand fixes. Let it. You are building something quieter and more durable, a rhythm that lets love breathe. The bridge you offer others will be language, not martyrdom. And the bridge others offer you will be the same, or you will not cross. That is how calm protects intimacy, not by shrinking your heart, but by giving it walls and windows, seasons and doors. Before we end, give yourself one image that you can carry into the next room. Imagine the younger you, the one who kept the family talking, the one who believed affection could be earned by disappearing first. See her at the edge of a busy kitchen, watching the adults with a scholarship of the soul. Walk to her, kneel, tell her what you now know. You saved us. You do not have to save us like that anymore. We are safe when we stay. We are loved when we choose. If you need words to close the loop tonight, try these softly. I keep my breath. I keep my plans. I keep my standards even when I'm afraid. I care and I don't carry. I ask for repair before reunion. And when silence comes to collect a debt, I answer with time, not self-erasure.